Window.
I see it. Window.
Welcome to another video. Let's see if we finish this one. Shout out to Grimworks for delivering it. Looks like Hunter found something.
Check it. It's gonna be hard to see, but you can stick it.
Right in there.
There's a little window right there. Cylinder 1 left to chat. That's pretty bad. You can even see shrapnel.
I'm excited to open
up
it
in
up.
here.
5-minute diagnosis, window in the block. Free shipper.
And another disclaimer for the people who don't follow us on Instagram. We're obviously somewhere different. We moved to Oregon, got ourselves a little shop, got some good roads, very close. The YouTube content will get a lot more interesting, so stay tuned.
So we got the M235I in. We gotta start getting the intake ducting system and the harness unrouted so we could get this motor out.
Are in the trunk. Oh, could somebody pull the battery out and start charging it? This might need a battery.
Do it yourself.
Pull your motor.
Super easy.
All right, I'm gonna put some power to her. I need the trunk open. Weird.
Oh, there's a charge pipe. Take in DME plugs. Oh, so I can pull the intake manifold off. Pause.
And a bunch of up top work, disconnecting everything. We can get under it, start disconnecting everything from below, pull the front core support off, front bumper. Excited to get
Shit
this thing
sucks.
out so we can show you guys the motor and where the damage is.
Oh, I know where the damage is. And then you're gonna click. Boom, got you. Iron harness bracket removal.
With the intake.
Crazy stuff. This is tight. Disconnected all those DME plugs. Now there's 7 intake manifold bolts. They're 11 millimeter. Unplug your throttle body.
Cut
It
it.
might help.
Didn't break it. And I lost a
This
pocket
is safe
screwdriver.
storage.
In the trunk she go. Disconnecting the oil cooler lines. Gonna put these to the side. We did put a drain pan under. Don't let this stain your floors, guys.
Chocolate though. Do we have some chromium in there or what?
Yeah?
She's
Oh,
glossy.
yeah.
It's glossy. Wanted that crank to be good, but it's not. She's dead. Disconnecting everything that's connected to the car, leaving the whole harness on the motor. It should have leaked a lot more than that. That's all that came out? Weird. 8 millimeter there. 8 millimeter here. Pressure switch.
This removes both of the Mickey Mouse fitting bolts.
Yeah, you
Those
wanna
are
be
2 10-mil
super
bolts.
careful.
2 10-mil bolts that go in there. Usually they actually break off inside the block, but we got her out.
The DME, these guys right here, this big cluster, comes up and it goes to this little junction box thing right here. These 2 go right here, and these 3 in a line right here. There's a little mount you have to unclip, and then just hang it over the motor and you're good to go. After further inspection, brings me to oil path. Wow. We completely grenaded it. That's crazy. We're going to dig in here for some treasure. What can we find? Got some blocks. Oh! We have some connecting rods. This one's really good. Check this out. The wrist pin. Oh, we got the other half. Check it out. Right here. I'm going to weld her up. Connecting rod bolt.
Looks good.
Dude.
Just about as bad.
Remains.
That is the crank, ladies and gentlemen. Here it looks like it ripped threads out.
Front bumper coming off. Action. And where do we go with it? You got it?
We're getting the headlights out, getting the core support out is the next step. Fan, condenser, everything will come out as one unit.
We do it because we like to pull a transmission with it.
Goes a little quicker. And we can mate
Easier to make
the
it
trans
outside
back up to the new motor outside of the car. It's a little quicker that way.
an hour. Getting the core support out of here. And there was a couple connections. You got the AC condenser lines. You have the transmission cooler. You have to remove the top coolant line, upper radiator hose, lower radiator hose, the connector for the fan, and then there's 2 screws up front right here that hold the mount. Rubber mounts is the T30 on the bottom of these screws, and then they kind of slide in
and grip the back, so you need to lift the whole assembly up and out. I should be able to do it right now. One side. Yep, all over the feet. And so the intercooler, got to disconnect the intercooler connection. Oh yeah. Action. After the core support is all out, I'm going around and double checking. I have nothing else connected, like the vent for the fuel tank. There's a bracket right here. E10, I got the AC compressor lines off. I'm gonna get the coolant reservoir out of the way just to give us more room. The cooler lines are hung up. All the harness is over here. I know I covered this side, but the only thing you have to take off from the passenger side is the big red one. For the jump terminal, other than that, the fuel line back here. You have to disconnect the fuel line right underneath the starter. There's two 13mm bolts holding this bracket for the junction box under the intake manifold. Pick those out, kind of gives you enough room to get in here and grab this line right here. There's a little plastic clamp that goes around the edge. Pull that off and then press this back and it pops right off. One thing I wanted to add was this brake booster hose. It's super fragile and you probably could get away by bending it out of the way of these wires, but it goes through and under this whole harness. So what I did is I took 10 mils off for the cowl and there's a little grommet that sits right here. Pop it out, 2 pinch clips, and it disconnects pretty easy, and then just get it out of your way so you don't break it. So for underneath the car, the only thing that you have to do since we're pulling the transmission with it is just disconnect from the flex disc or guibo, whatever you like to call it. Right there. We'll separate that in a minute. We're going to take the transmission cooler lines out of here. There's a 13 mil here, and it's an E8, right?
E8.
Yeah, E8 for the bracket here, and there's another one up front as well. After you disconnect all the coolant lines on the trans cooler, this whole unit will just slide out. So the reason we're doing so is because these are plastic. I don't want to take the risk of potentially breaking those lines. We're going to get to take the downpipe out. It's super easy. 13 mil in the V-band, 16 mil in the connection to the mid pipe. We're going to get the 2 nuts on top of the motor mounts from up top. And we also loosened the top nuts on the transmission mount bracket, because if you come back here and look, they're actually notched. You can see this one. So as soon as we slide the transmission forward, it'll come free. And you can just leave them out here for stability. The transmission cooler, like I mentioned, coming out. I have to finagle it a little bit around the motor mount with this bend, but it actually comes out pretty easy. One more thing underneath the car, don't forget it, is this ground strap that connects to the transmission. That'll give a hard time. 13 mil. Sorry I couldn't get any footage of us getting it out because I needed all 3. After pulling it out, check this out. Looks like she also wanted to take out the steering rack. Oh, poor guy, dude. Turning the new motor's oil right now. New day. Got a little.
Looks good.
Standard N55 user oil change. Taking the old pan off because I have to swap it for the rear-wheel drive version. And I hope that pickup tube's in the same spot. So the whole oil pan situation, we were converting it from all-wheel drive to rear-wheel drive. The pickups are different, and you can kind of see the difference here. This one kind of scoots over to the side and grabs it at an angle versus the rear-wheel drive models pick it straight on. This part number is good all the way until the E chassis N55. So E chassis, F30, F22, F23, they're all the same. Let's get her in. Yo, yo, yo.
Hunter Fix here.
Got it. And the torque converter bolts in.
Got a real professional setup here going on.
Trans is officially mated.
Officially.
It is
Official.
And yeah.
Cut.
Pushing the car in. Rack's got to come out because of the damage. Got the torque converter bolts in, torque down. Trans is mated. Now we're gonna get that rack changed out.
New rack.
Yeah.
Got a replacement.
Out of the same exact car.
So code's right in.
Using the same inners and outers that are on it. About it.
We got her centered. Gonna hook up the wheels, put the shaft back on, and the engine should be sliding back in there here soon.
So, drop the motor in. I got the trans lines, trans mounts, and the motor mounts all in place and tight. Got the drive shaft on to the guibo, and once we get up on the lift, we'll tighten those up. I'm gonna put the downpipe on. As you can see, if you can, downpipe needs to go on still, and everything else is looking good under here. Sweet. Rad pack is going in right now. I have an update for you guys here in a few moments.
You Christian.
But
Action.
Okay guys, we got the winglets going on, we got our front bash bar, front supports. Everything's kind of coming back together. Gonna get this coolant system bled, get our intake on. Couple more things to be buttoned up.
Not
Getting
sure
pretty
how
close.
much of the intake we showed, but basically most of it was just routing all the new harness where it needed to go. Making sure the DME was all plugged in correctly and all the wires met their connectors. Everything was good. We put that rad pack back on the front. It's pretty simple. When I showed you guys how to take it off, it's just those 2 slide clips. And then you have your upper radiator hose, lower radiator hose down there right off of the thermostat. You have your transmission oil cooler connectors and the hoses that associate with that. The reservoir's hooked up. Compression tested the motor, came back good.
Got those oil cooler lines cleaned out.
Yep, I cleaned
all
the
that's
oil cooler
connected.
out. Flushed the cooler out because there was some metal debris from the prior engine exploding. We're about to get a first start on this puppy here soon. Driver side headlight going in. There's a bracket that comes right here. These brackets come in and I like that. All right, this is how that mount sits in there. For another reference here, I'll give it to you guys. That little channel, that little T right there, get in, give her a rotate, and then this bolt, go through that hole. And then this one mounts the headlight. I got battery voltage, coolant temp, engine oil temp, oil pressure, and then Valvetronic actual and set point value.
We're going into our first startup.
First start.
See how she ran.
It started as a DIY. We missed a couple steps. That's my bad. She's good to go. Last time we talked about core support stuff. Headlights are in. Need some adjustment, and I just want to see if it runs now.
Yes, sir. First startup coming at you guys.
This is actually the real first start.
This is the, yeah.
Go horrible. Are we ready?
Fire in the hole. Everything's good so far.
The set point's right at 36.9, 37, and we're getting 38 pounds.
Seems happy, sounds good. Haven't found any leaks yet. Got a couple more things we want to go down the list and check out. But overall, sounds fairly happy.
Does this thing tickle you?
Little, yeah.
Another day. I'm back. Haven't quite edited the footage, so I'm about to see what they were up to the other day.
It went pretty good.
Bumper is going on. We finally got a fan, which is amazing news because it's 95 degrees today. There's no airflow in this shop, and we have yet to get a swamp cooler. Ouchie.
That's what it feels like.
Well, M235I is officially out. Super unfortunate. We forgot to record test drives and test bowls in it, but customer came and picked it up today.
Everything went well. We tested everything. Oil pressure was fine. Boost was fine. No random oil leaks or anything out of the ordinary. Car drove very well. The rack actually was plug and play.
Alignment wasn't horrible either.
Everything went together.
Pretty easy. It
Can't
was
complain on the outcome of that.
but hopefully we'll have a little bit of a more organized, better video for you guys next time. So this is next. We have a transmission service, pretty much all the seals on the transmission, and then we have this Valvetronic shaft, motor, and bearings. So yeah, see you guys in the next video.
Waste away, waiting game. Drawing cards, tie, end up with the ace of spades. Take a gamble every day.